The gate has dropped here at Maitland Motocross Club for the Vets 40 Plus and Women, brought to you by Sended Energy, the best energy drink on the market. No sugar, pure performance. We're here racing at Maitland today for East Coast MX Series Round 3. And you can see the weather isn't perfect. The clouds are in the sky. We've already had a bit of rain. We're hoping the rain stays away for the rest of the day. As you can see, the track is a little bit wet in some spots, quite slippery. Nathan Brocktrap with the whole shot and the lead in the Vets 40s, followed closely by Danny Phillips on the Honda, and it looks like Taylor Thompson is leading the women's. Oh, Taylor sends the triple. Wheel to wheel. She makes the pass on the Honda rider there, number 12. Taylor Thompson started riding bikes when she was 3 years old and obtained a race licence when she was 4 years old, where she always aspired to enter and race motocross. She's always been so attracted to motorbikes, said Taylor's mum Deanne. We live in Lower Portland and she's just always been around it. She used to fall asleep on the bike and the dad would have to drive her up to me. She's just always loved it. At 14, Taylor was awarded the New South Wales title for the best female rider at the King of MX 2 years in a row. It blows her mind, said her mother. She trains so hard and is so dedicated to racing. She gets up in the morning, prepares her lunches, she strategically eats her food and goes to the gym every day. She has a personal trainer. She eats, sleeps and breathes motocross. At the titles, Taylor took out the 85cc class and the 125 classes, with the latter giving her a New South Wales state title. She also competes in the Amcross series, where she came in second overall. She's the only girl in the Amcross competing against the boys. Daniel Phillips, number 95 on the Honda 450, just turned 50 years of age this year, hailing originally from Sydney, but now living on the Central Coast. He's competed at World Vets and podiumed multiple times. He's the owner-director of Flatline Paving and is one of the nicest guys in Aussie motocross. Danny says this will be his last year competing, but we hope he keeps racing. Nicknamed the Iron Man by all those friends and fellow competitors, an absolute beast of the sport at 50 years of age, still ripping, still on the podium. Congratulations, Danny Phillips, on a great career. We hope you keep racing, mate. Awesome stuff. Who invented the sport of motocross? During the early 1860s, an innovator named Pierre Micot installed a steam engine, the first of its kind on a velocipede, and so the motorcycle racing obsession began, starting with time trials in the UK. The genesis of motocross came in the UK in the early 1900s, where autocycle clubs would host time trials. These trials evolved into regular off-road events called scrambles. The first ever official scramble was held in Camberley, Surrey in 1924. California is the number one place motocross riders from all over the world dream of riding, with its consistent sunshine, huge selection of tracks, and the chance to go practicing with your favourite pro riders. SoCal is undisputedly the global mecca of motocross. Back in late 1996, the AMA, at the request of Yamaha, passed the 4-stroke exemption rule. It stated that every manufacturer could race a full works 4-stroke of up to 550cc's for one season. Ricky Carmichael, he's known as the GOAT, or the greatest of all time, because in his 11 years as a rider he managed to dominate the sport with 150 wins in professional competitions. He is the only AMA motocross rider to have an undefeated season, and he did it 3 times, in 2002, 2004 and 2005. Legends in MXGP. Antonio Cairoli leads the pack when it comes to statistics. His 9 World Championships and 92 Grand Prix victories, the most impressive, while Hurlings with his 4 world titles and 90 GP wins is second. Then Tim Geiser with his 4 world titles and 29 Grand Prix wins sits in third place. Why is Supercross called Supercross? In 1971, the term Supercross was coined by combining the words Super Bowl and motocross. Bikes also got faster and tracks more technical. Riders also became household names. Today, Supercross is one of the fastest growing motorsports in the world and includes 17 races between January and May. Great racing here at Maitland Motocross for round 3 of East Coast MX Series. Proudly brought to you by Ascended Energy, all Australian owned energy drink company with no sugar, pure performance. Made proudly on the central coast of New South Wales. Back to racing. Danny Phillips on screen. It's Nathan Brocktrop on the Suzuki still leading them, followed by Danny Phillips on the 95 Honda machine. Taylor Thompson is leading the women's by quite a bit. We're about halfway through this 10-minute moto here at Maitland for East Coast round 3. As you can see, the track is looking quite good at this stage. We've had a little bit of rain this morning, 450 Pro, but the weather looks like it's coming good for us now. The riders will be loving that. It's Brocktrop on the Suzuki, still leading them in the 40s. He's an absolute warrior, Nathan Brocktrop. And that Suzuki of his would have to be the loudest bike I've heard today. The thing just absolutely pumps. We love to see a yellow one ripping around the track, particularly in the lead. The Suzukis have a great nostalgia for a lot of races, with Travis Pastrana riding Suzukis to victories. Ricky Carmichael had a few good years on Suzukis, plus a long list of other riders. Suzuki's having an interesting year this year, pulling out a MotoGP, which is a bit disappointing for a lot of Suzuki fans out there. The RM Army, absolutely gutted. But who knows what the future will hold, with rumours that Triumph will be coming into MX motorcycle production. Look out for Triumph motorcycles. It's Taylor Thompson on screen, currently leading the women's here today at Maitland Motocross Club for East Coast MX Series Round 3. Proudly brought to you by Ascended Energy, all Aussie owned energy drink company. No sugar, pure performance. As Taylor Thompson jumps the triple, goes ripping down the straight, coming into the right-hander. She's looking good for the win here in the women's. Smooth riding, good technique. She's been at it since she was a young rider. She's been racing now for quite a long time. Now over to Danny Phillips on the 95 Honda machine. He's still in second behind Nathan Brocktrop. He's looking good to podium here at Maitland for East Coast MX Round 3. Now back to our leader, Nathan Brocktrop on the number 9 Suzuki machine. He's got about 2 laps to go here, and he looks charged. He looks like he's going to close this one out. Take a pretty big mistake. He's probably got about a 15-second lead. Take a big mistake for him. Lap times for Nathan Brocktrop on the Suzuki. Lap 1 was a 1:42, lap 2 was a 2:07, lap 3 a 2:08. He's just done a 2:06. He's on his final lap now. We'll see how he goes closing out this first moto here at East Coast MX Series Round 3 at Maitland Motocross Club, proudly brought to you by Ascended Energy. Lap times for Taylor Thompson on the Yamaha. She's done a 1:50 to start, followed by a 2:13, a 2:13, a 2:18, and she's on a final lap now as well. She's looking to close this one out, leading the women's here at East Coast MX Series Round 3, brought to you by Ascended Energy. Nathan Brocktrop on the number 9 Suzuki, just coming into lap riders, riding like a true gentleman, not taking any risks. Doesn't want to take anyone out. It's nothing worse than a broken arm in the first moto. He's looking good for the win though, Nathan Brocktrop. He's already put the hard yards in. He can pretty much cruise now. He does have quite a big lead. Here at East Coast MX Series Round 3, brought to you by Ascended Energy, the best energy drink on the market. Pure performance, no sugar. Coming down the back part of the track, it's Nathan Brocktrop. He's looking good. He's going to finish this one. He's not taking any risks. Just taking a smooth victory here. He's looking really good on his Suzuki, number 9, Nathan Brocktrop. He's from Muswellbrook originally. He's had a pretty long career. Lots of podiums along the way. One of the legends of our sport. A great ride here from Nathan. He's just cruising to victory now. Hopefully the weather holds out for the rest of the day. He looks back. No one behind him. He'll cruise this one in. Great ride from Nathan Brocktrop on the Suzuki, number 9. Excellent victory. It'll be Danny Phillips in second. And it'll be Taylor Thompson that wins the women's. Here at East Coast MX Series, round 3, brought to you by Standard Energy.